y'all, it's Sharon with SouthernBellaHome.com, a blog where I talk all about healthy and wholesome farmhouse living with gracious Southern style from our 1900 farmhouse in Georgia. I'm sitting on the front porch today taking advantage of the absolute perfect temperatures. It's not hot, it's not cold, there's no mosquitoes right now. It's just wonderful in Georgia. Now I know that that won't last too long, so I'm sitting out on my porch enjoying it while I can. Today's video is all about a change in the old farmhouse dining room. Now, I've been an advocate before for heirloom furniture. I really enjoy using family pieces in our home. And I know that here in the South, that is something we really treasure, are antique pieces of furniture that are handed down through the generations that we can use in our homes. And normally, I would say, if you have the opportunity to use a family piece, I recommend that you make it work if at all possible, just because they have that sense of history and that story behind them. But today, the video may seem to contradict that just a little bit. In videos past, I have shown my mother and father's oak dining table and chairs that we were blessed with to use in our dining room. And while I absolutely love the look of the oak pedestal table and the farm chairs, the table was actually really too wide for the space that we had. And while you can take the leaves out and shorten the table, you can't make it any more narrow. So I decided for that reason, along with the fact that we have a wooden buffet and we have a tall wooden shelf and we have wood floors and we have a pine countertop on the island. So with all of that wood, I just felt like we needed to go with a painted table and chairs. I just felt like it would lighten up the space, along with I wanted to create more room around the table for when we have family get-togethers, because when you have a table that's extremely wide, people have a hard time going around the table to serve food or, whatever the case may be. So that began the search for a new table and new chairs for the old farmhouse. And I'm happy to say that I think we found the perfect one. And I wanted to share that today because we did not find it in perfect condition. We had to do a lot of work to the table. It had some damage, and we bought it in a neighboring town, and it was at nighttime when we went and got it, and while there was a light in the garage, we were not able to see all of the damage that was done to the tabletop itself. But we're not really scared off by things like that because we are DIYers. We do a lot of things ourselves, and so when we saw the problem, we just tackled it. So today's video is all about showing you what we had to go through to get that table back in beautiful condition, and I'm so happy with it. And it looks like me, and it looks like this house to me. It looks more like me than my mother's table and chairs did. And I'm so happy because my sister is going to be using my mother's table and chairs, so it's staying in the family, and it's much more suited to the space that she has. So all good there. So normally, like I said, I would recommend always using family heirlooms, but sometimes they just don't work in the space, and that's what happened to us. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like the table and chairs. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you at the end. Some of the things that we loved about the table were the plank look on the top, along with the graceful turning of the legs. We loved the color of the green chairs that the owner had paired with the table, and we just really felt like it kind of would match everything that we had already going on in the farmhouse. This color was perfect. I'm always so excited when we take off on one of these adventures. We've gotten so many good things just driving over to the next town. It was just after Christmas when we came across the table and chairs on Facebook Marketplace. And the fact that I still had my Christmas decorations up, I just had to forget that, not let that worry me. You just have to sometimes steer headlong into a challenge when the opportunity arises. So we just took on the table and chairs and we were excited to get them home. So the next step was to just get busy correcting all of the problems on the tabletop. A lot of sanding had to be done. The table was bumpy and not smooth at all on the top where it had water damage. So Todd began sanding with a radial sander using his dry vac to suck up as much dust as possible, but we still had dust everywhere. Now we would have done the sanding outside had the weather been cooperative, but it was rainy, wet, misty. We knew that would cause problems to the finish. We only had to sand the top portion of the table with a deep sanding. The skirt where this label was for Magnolia Home and the legs did not have to have a deep sanding. This is the paint that we used. We mixed a white and an off-white in order to match the table. We let the paint cure for several days before we placed anything on top of the table or before we had the nerve to sit and eat at the table, but the finish came out beautifully. And since that time, we have enjoyed many meals at this table, and we are just looking forward to creating a lot of new memories around this addition to the farmhouse dining room. All in all, it was worth the risk, and we're happy with our purchase. And here's the table and chairs today. And you see that I made some chair cushions with a mint green, a baby blue, and kind of a denim stripe canvas fabric. It's kind of a cotton duck. And I used a coordinating fabric for the ties that has a little repeated print on there. And they're super comfy. And right now I still have a little bit of the Easter decoration on the table. I've taken off the eggs and the carrots and things like that I had. But then this is the sweetest little tomb that a relative sent to us for Easter. But anyway, this is the table as it looks today, and I will be decorating it soon for a late spring, early summer tour. I just thought y'all would want to see it with the chair cushions on it and how it looks right now. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing our new table and chairs. We've already gotten to enjoy it with family. Let me know in the comments below if you use family heirlooms or if you prefer to go and buy new pieces that perfectly fit your home. I would love to hear about it. That's it for today, friends. Remember, keep home sweet, and may the good Lord bless and keep you until I see you the next time. Bye, y'all.